welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Jess and I am currently following a 6-week Slim and World Friendly meal plan. If you want to catch up, then I have left a link for week 1, day 1 in the description below, and I've also left a link for where you can download the same meal plan that I am also following. I am currently on week 5, day 6. I don't have enough fingers. Yeah, I can't believe I am nearly onto week 6. Like, what on earth? How fast has these last few weeks gone? Anyway, I do also post photographs of my meals on Instagram, so if you want to go and check that out, I will leave a screenshot here and also a link in the description below for that if you want to go and see. If you do enjoy this video, then please give it a thumbs up and go and hit the subscribe button below. If you want to be notified for when I upload next, then you can hit the bell as well. For breakfast this morning, I'm having a bit of a cooked breakfast. It's not a full fry up like I usually have on a Saturday, but it is a mini kind of cooked breakfast. Anyway, I'll just show you what ingredients that I'm using for that and how I make it. So I'm just going to be using 2 of the skinny pork sausages from Aldi. These are half a cent per sausage and they are actually decent sized sausages as well, so I really like these, especially for being so low sin. I'm going to be using a few mushrooms, which are speed food. I've got some lean bacon medallions, which are half a cent per medallion. I'll probably just be using one of these. I'll be using a few cherry tomatoes, which are speed food. And then I'll have some baby spinach as well, which is also speed food. And I'll be frying an egg, which is free. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is just popping the sausages, mushroom and tomatoes into the oven, and they'll go in for about 20 minutes to half an hour, just until the sausages are cooked and the tomatoes are nice and like wilted. So the sausages and tomatoes etc. have a few minutes left, so I'm just going to be making my bacon, spinach and eggs now. I'm just going to be frying them in a pan with some spray light. So what I like doing is I like cooking the bacon and the egg first, and then once the bacon is pretty much done, I'll just move that out the way and I'll pop the spinach in where the bacon was, so then it just adds a little bit of flavour to the spinach. It just, yeah. And whilst I cook that, I've just got a coffee. This is one of the Dolce Gusto Cafe au lait ones. These are 2 cents per pod. I'll just quickly show you the packaging. And it looks like that. So yeah, 2 cents per pod for one of these. I need to get some more because it is now empty. Boo. And there is my breakfast. So we've got our speed food over on this side of the plate. So our mushrooms, tomatoes and spinach are all speed food. Then our bacon at half a cent per medallion brings 1 cent. And then we've got our egg here, which is sin free, and our 2 sausages at half a cent each, which means that there is 1 cent there. So in total my breakfast is 2 cents, but then I have also had my coffee, which is now empty, which brings a total for the morning to 4 cents. Good afternoon, it is now lunchtime and I am going to be making a salmon and pesto salad. I have just had a look in the freezer for where I keep my salmon fillets. The only one that I have got left is probably the smallest salmon that I have ever seen. So yeah, I'll just quickly show you the ingredients that I am using for lunch and how I make it. So for my salad, I am going to be using a salmon fillet. This is probably one of the smallest salmon fillets I think I've ever seen, but it is the last one in the pack from my freezer pack, so I'm just going to get it eaten. And that is sin free. I've got some mushrooms here which I'll just be slicing up, and they are speed food. And I've got some cherry tomatoes here which I will also be cooking, and they are also speed food. And then I've got some mixed salad here which is also speed food. And then this is just some pesto from Aldi. It is 2.5 sins per tablespoon, and I will be using a tablespoon of this. So first thing I'm going to do is I've just preheated my oven to 200 degrees centigrade, and I'm just going to pop in my salmon and my tomatoes and just cook them for about 20 to 30 minutes. I will be making a little parcel out of tin foil for this, so I will just show you how I'm doing that. I am of course also going to be using spray light for this. So whilst my salmon and tomatoes are cooking, I've just prepared my salad, and I can already tell the questions I'm going to get in the comments. Yes, I do eat raw mushrooms. It is perfectly safe to eat raw mushrooms. So what I've done is I've just put my salad and my mushrooms in a bowl, and I've just put my tablespoon of pesto in there and give it a mix around just so that the salad is nice and evenly coated. And then once the tomatoes and salmon are ready, I will just be popping them straight on top. And there is my lunch. I'm not going to lie, I wish the bit of salmon was a little bit bigger, but you know, it is what it is. It's all I had left. So yeah, so we've got a lot of speed food in here. So our salad, mushrooms and tomatoes are all speed food. The pesto is 2.5 sins and the salmon is free food. So that makes my lunch a total of 2.5 sins. So I have had my lunch and I can confirm that I am still hungry. I am not surprised after the size of that salmon fillet, but never mind. I have got a benefit bar which I'm just going to be snacking on now. This is 3 sins, or if you haven't used your healthy bee for the day, then this can be classed. I think that was Billy knocking everything over in my bedroom. What have you done? Anything to report? Oh, okay, right. Anyway, yeah, if you haven't had your healthy bee for the day, you can have 2 of these for your healthy bee, or like I say, they are 3 cents each. So what have I had for breakfast? Oh, I haven't had my healthy bee. Hang on, what am I having for tea? I think I can have 2 of these. I'm gonna go and get another one because this is gonna be my healthy bee for the day. Whoop! Right, let's start that again. So because I haven't had my healthy bee for the day, I've got 2 benefit bars, both the salted caramel ones, and I'm just going to be snacking on these. Good evening, it is now tea time. I am going to be making a bolognese with some cauliflower rice. So I'll just show you the ingredients that I use for that and how I make it. You could definitely make this with regular rice if you wanted to. I just choose to have cauliflower rice just because I just prefer to have less carbs in some of my meals. It's a personal preference, but yeah. So what I'll be using tonight is I've got 250 grams of lean beef mince. This is the 5% fat one from Aldi, which is sin free. I'm using a steam bag of cauliflower rice. These are really handy. They just come like in just a little bag like that, and you just stick them in the microwave for however long it says. You could blend up a cauliflower head if you wanted to, but I just prefer to use these ones just for quickness. I've got a tin of chopped tomatoes. I've got some red kidney beans which I'll be using. This is speed food, by the way, and these are free food. I've got some Worcester sauce here. I'll just be using 1 teaspoon of this, and this is also sin free. And then I've got some vegetable stock which I'll be using 250 mils of, just making that up with some hot water. And then I'll be using some of the JD Seasonings bolognese seasoning. I'll leave a link in the description for where you can get this from, but this is essentially what makes all the flavour of your meal. And you can also use the code JessGets20 for 20% off your entire order, so winner. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to cook my mince in a pan. I'm just going to be using some spray light, which is the Aldi version of fry light, I believe. So cooking my mince, and then I'll be adding the rest of the ingredients in with it, and just leaving it to simmer. So I've just got everything in the pot there. All I'm going to do now is just leave it to simmer. I've just turned it down a little bit and I'm just going to leave it to simmer there until it's thickened up a little bit. So this is now done. It's thickened up nicely. So all I'm going to be doing is just popping the cauliflower rice into the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes-ish. And there is my dinner. So obviously everything in the bolognese is sin-free and the cauliflower rice is also sin-free. So that makes this meal completely sin-free. It is also a great one to batch cook if you wanted to put some in the freezer. You can just double up on the mixture and just do it that way. Or if you wanted to make double and then put some in a Tupperware box for the next day, that is also a great thing to do with this one. So yeah, I'm gonna go and enjoy this and I'll catch up with you later. So I am just gonna end the video there just to summarize what I have had for the day. So for breakfast that was 2 sins. I also had a coffee pod which was another 2 sins, so that was 4 sins. For lunch I had 2.5 sins and my dinner was sin-free. That makes a total of 6.5 sins for the day, which I am happy with. So yeah, I'm currently sat watching Friday Night Dinner on Netflix, which I've never actually seen before, but I've had recommended to me a million times, so I'm finally getting down to watching it. If you have any suggestions for what is good on Netflix, then please leave them in the comments because I would love to know. I feel like we've all got a little bit of spare time at the minute, so yeah, I would love to know what I can watch next. If you did enjoy this video, then please give it a thumbs up and go and hit the subscribe button below. If you want to be notified for when I upload next, then you can hit the bell as well. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you tomorrow.